Gaming here. We will review another movie I just finished watching called Khumba, an international movie. It's one of those movies not from America. Called, I just say Khumba. Talk about one of the most predictable movies I've ever seen in my life. This movie, literally, you can put Happy Feet, Balto, and a few other movies you've seen with this plotline for. Like, this is technically Happy Feet. I tell you why I'm going with. Just like in Happy Feet, there's a protagonist who feels like he's an outcast. He's different than everybody else, except for no singing and dancing. But there's singing in it, but it's bad singing. It's not intolerable, and it's not throughout the whole movie. It's only one scene, thank goodness. When the freaking usher sings, and he doesn't really sing good. He does a bad. He tries to sing, but anyway. This is Happy Feet with Kung Fu Panda and Balto mixed in, a little bit of those three movies mixed into this plot. And if you might as well be a stretch to say Lion King too, but it's technically all those movies. If you're seeing all of them, you're seeing this movie because it literally is saying exact plot. There is actually cussing, and I think he was referring to a donkey, but still he says the ass. He said ass in this movie, and gentlemen, and I'm like, wow, what, they cussing in this movie? But he's really referring to a donkey. That's what they call a jack ass, is a donkey. But you really shouldn't be using that kind of language in a kids' film. Even if you donkeys. So, anyway, what did I think of this movie? It had good graphics. The movie got me interested, I guess. I could have sworn I've seen this movie before. As I was watching through Netflix, I could have sworn I saw this movie, or I might have seen it, but didn't actually watch it. I'm not sure, but I could have sworn I saw it already and forgot I saw it. Or was that another? It must have been another one of those adventure movies where the animals in the wild go on an adventure to save their home. It was probably another one of them. It probably got confused with another movie that has that same plot. Protagonist leaves his homeland, going on a journey to save his land, his home. But actually, not really to save it. Okay, yeah, to save his home. He wants to go back home to change his stripes, and as predicted. Y'all know what happens. He didn't get his stripes. Okay, there wasn't the emotional, so-called emotional moments were not really emotional if you knew exactly everything that was going to happen before it happens. It's that predictable. These so-called emotional moments are supposed to be impactful, but you find yourself already knowing that these things are going to happen before they even happen. And you see, I called every bit of this movie before I even finished watching it. It's that predictable. That's how much of the plot they took from other movies. And they took plots. I couldn't see the screenwriter sitting in asking, okay, what's this movie about? It's about a zebra. You see, he's about a zebra, and he's different. He does only half his stripes, and he goes on a journey to try to get his other half of stripes. That sounds familiar. Really. You know that does sound like a lot like all the other movies we've already shown already. Yes. this will be different. Are you sure it's gonna be different? And it's not gonna be the exact same movie like every other movie. No, we gotta do is add a few other elements into it, and it will look different. They will never tell the difference. Okay, they know the difference. Okay, it wasn't that. It was that obvious. Yes, it was really obvious. So obvious. I predicted the movie before it ended. A twist would have been, I don't know. I knew a family member was going to die. I knew it. Every one of these movies, somebody, mom or dad has to die. It's always that way. It's always that way. Somebody in his family has to die. Just for him to go get his stripes. His mom dying was a motivator for him leaving. The push, the final nail in the coffin for him to leave. Go to this journey. He could have just done it on his own, but it was the final push. She just suddenly gets ill for whatever, no reason whatsoever. I guess because of the drought. She dehydrates or something and dies. Whatever. And he feels sad, I guess. This is what I'm talking about when I say it's hard to be, because you can't really tell if his response isn't impactful enough. It's like he's sad for like 2 seconds. He's sad and then I have to go do something right quick. Mom, sorry you dying. I ain't got time to grieve for you. I'm gonna go and get my other stripes because that's more important than your death. You dying. But I still feel so sorry for you now. It's all my fault. If I had my other stripes, you would still be alive. But that's not what he said. No. It didn't feel like it came from guilt. It just like, dang, she died. That's even more motivation for me to go get my stripes. Your mom dying, nothing to do with you being half striped. Technically, he wasn't really half striped. He had all of his stripes. He just were faded. It's like, it's weird. That type of zebra doesn't exist no more. Ever. It doesn't exist anywhere in the world. And don't get me started on the Tai Long. I'm gonna call him Tai Long. I'm calling him Tai Long because that's from Kung Fu Panda, because technically he has freaking Kung Fu powers of smell. Like he has Kung Fu Panda powers. This is the Valley of Peace all over again. Like he has supernatural smell powers that he can smell prey from a mile, 10,000 miles away. It's like he could track it. And man, I know tigers have good sense of smell. Already, they don't really need it. I mean, the sight would help because he'll be a really, really bad hunter if he couldn't see. He'd probably starve to death. To make up for that, they had him have Kung Fu Panda, DreamWorks Kung Fu Panda style powers of smell. And they say, he can eat you while your beard is still beating. And I'm like, all predators eat their prey while their heart is still beating. Last time I checked. I'm just saying, last time I checked, all predators do that. There's nothing. What are you waiting for them to die first and then eat them? No, I don't think so. They freaking hunt them, choke them out, and eat them. Okay, that's how you do it. While they're still living. That's why they call live prey, not dead prey. That's why they call him a carnivore. He eats them alive. Some of the when I say the animation is good, I'm not saying it's perfect. Some things are difficult. Some things could have been smoothed out a little bit. Some design should have been redid. Man, cats look ugly. I guess because it's 3D, but they look uglier than Lion King's. But I guess that's how they're supposed to look. Well, not really supposed to look like that, but I guess that's how they really look. Africans don't really care about exaggerating style. They draw them as they are, and I don't think this was actually done internationally. So they want to draw it like they look. I think Americans actually do look like that. I'm pretty sure they do look like that. But the ostrich, I don't even know there was ostrich or native in Africa, but I could be wrong. The ostrich was annoying. Not super annoying. Not so annoying that you want to hate the character. But he's on that line of annoyance. He's like bordering it. He's got his toenail on it. Yeah. The whole time on the adventure, he is annoying. He's worse. He's just as bad as the zebras he left. Like, he's half a zebra. No crap, Sherlock. He knows that. He knows he only has half his stripes. That doesn't not make him a zebra. He's still a zebra. Remember, he has half his stripes on all of his stripes. He's still a big zebra. He's still classified as a zebra. I don't care. The stripe does not define the zebra. The zebra defines the stripes. Get it right. But anyway. The whole time, he's complaining. The whole time. And what makes this odd is I called this moment the climax part of it. The big so-called reveal. And it wasn't really, I was going to tell you, but you didn't really have much of a time to tell him. By the time you were going to tell him, you were already at the farm. It just the way the climax, it was not handled really well. I mean, it was predictable. Obviously, you saw this coming. I called every moment of this movie. I'm telling you, I don't know why I said this movie is just happy. This happy feet, really. This all it is happy feet. Just like in Happy Feet, that's love interest. Love interest, but they don't call it love interest because nothing off that easy. It's love interest, but in that, I don't think they don't do the same things. And the national movies are not the same as Disney because they would have just definitely called it. They would have definitely shipped them. But but it's like just like in Happy Feet, there's love interest who stays behind. She tries to go, but is kept from going. Except for unlike in Happy Feet, where the girl actually goes about and finds him, and he shoots her off. Go back, and he purposely gets in an argument to get her to go back home. He does this early, he, like, for no reason whatsoever gets upset with her for nearly no reason, but trying to make him feel better. But he just blurts out at her. I would call it incoherently, because technically speaking, it didn't really make much sense for him to do it. But technically, he did it. I don't know why. He did it. It made no sense for him to go off on her for no reason whatsoever, because she's saying you shouldn't take that to heart. They're idiots. How would you know? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Like a people. And there were times where he was acting a little bit dumb. He's acting on that line of how you gonna make your protagonist unlikable. He was on that. He was riding that line. He was riding that unlikable line. He was riding that unlikable line, but not too much. So he was branded unlikable. He was riding it. tiptoeing on it, like right the inches before it. I said these writers are tiptoeing on that line. They're making the own protagonist unlikable before the movie began. They tiptoeing that line. I was going to tell you, you should have told him. He didn't even really know where he was going. He knew he was going to bring him, I think, right before they got there. That's when he knew he was where his final destination was. He didn't even know that the water hole was magical, magical watering hole. They called it quote unquote magical watering hole. They didn't. Was also home of Pengo, Luce, Tai Long. Yeah, Tai Long. We don't call him Tai Long. This is his name, new name, Tai Long. They called him the African name, Fango, but I can't remember that. I'm going Tai Long. Japanese, Chinese name, Tai Long is technically Tai Long. Technically Tai Long. In a nutshell, I want to be powerful, be the best. I killed my entire family, my entire pack. Be powerful. You endangered your own species in order to be powerful. That makes absolutely no sense. Oh my goodness, that's dumb. Dumb, and dumb. The what? Who eats the prophesied zebra will be the most powerful tiger of them all. And I wasn't gonna lie. One, you're not a tiger. Number two, you're a leopard, African leopard. And that, let's get the name, your own species right. You can't get your own species right. You're a leopard, not a tiger. Tiger has stripes, leopard has spots. Let's get this correct, shall we? You want to know how I know this? Because I am an animal expert. Right now, I looked it up, and there's no tigers in Africa. There's leopards in Africa, but there's no tigers in Africa. You show me an African tiger, and I'll tell you, you're smoking crack. Maybe in a different part of Africa, but there ain't no African tigers. There's leopards. Looked it up. Saw a picture of a leopard that looks exactly like him, and that is what I think he was. He was a leopard, not a freaking tiger. I think he did call himself a leopard, the biggest, the most powerful leopard in the African desert. And I'm like, okay, you'd be the hungriest leopard in them. What? So you're telling me if you eat the zebra that was just born prophesied? Who prophesied it? That's what I want to know. I never heard of no prophecy of such. And that's another thing. They mentioned a prophecy, but never actually. We never heard about the stupid prophecy until the end of the movie. Near the end of the movie, nobody mentioned this daggone prophecy. But nobody. We heard of a journey. We heard of a so-called magical watering hole. We didn't hear nothing about no prophecy. We heard about a zebra who walked into a magical watering hole and came out with stripes, which I kind of sworn I heard before somewhere in African folklore. Wait, I remember hearing about this stupid that it ain't real, but technically it's a story of legend. It's one of those folklore, the fake stuff. Folklore is folklore, cultural folklore from Africa. They once believed that people got the stripes from going into a magical watering hole. It was, I didn't learn it at school. It was actually in the library, but technically speaking, during one of those a session about African culture. Yes, back in the day. Yeah, they sort of based off that too, but mostly they stole most of the plot from freaking Kung, most of the plot from Happy Feet, and part of Kung Fu Panda, and part of Balto. And technically speaking, it is technically that line of thinking, and they should have went with something else. They didn't mention this prophecy till the end of the movie in actual detail because the person who told them about it didn't even speak in English because couldn't hire a freaking voice actor for the cricket. And like us, don't get me started on the cricket and the llama. I say that thing is freaking Shifu. They stole from Kung Fu Panda. I'm going to tell you some characters that remind me a lot of different from Kung Fu Panda. The cricket's Shifu. He just doesn't speak. And a lot nicer. The wise cricket that nobody barely visits anybody, hardly. But what he does is like an honor. Shifu or Uguay? Which one is it? Okay. Shifu or Uguay? Which one is he? Shut up. The old shaman animal lady, animal. I think she's animal. It reminds me a lot of Shifu. If Shifu was nice and girl and short, yeah, they stole a lot of material from several different movies with a similar plot, and it's like you can replace most of these characters with people from different movies and it'd be the exact same thing. It's like, but overall, was it good? That's the question. And I say it was okay. It's forgettable, but it's okay. It's okay. You won't remember it when you after you watch it. I mean, you'll probably remember it for a good year. Maybe not even that. Maybe 3 months. Maybe 30 days. And then after that, you'll forget that you watched it. I looked at the box office. It actually did make money, so I think people did like it. I don't hate it. Is it rewatchable? That's the real question, is it? I would say maybe. It depends on what movie I'm on. I might rewatch it. Might not. I would have to really, really like it for me to rewatch it. I didn't really, really like this movie. I liked it, sort of, ish. I'm in a mad mood, mad about it. I know I like it enough to talk about it, but not enough to watch it over again. It's too predictable for my taste. I don't like movies I literally know the ending before I watch it the first time. Usually I like movies where it takes me a while to figure out where it's going. Like Detective Conan. I watch it. You would think after watching it, so because you know where it's going. I don't always know where it's going. But most cases, you know who's going to die. You at least know who's going to die. It's usually the butthole. And you usually, probably halfway in, you'll probably figure out who did it. Quite easy. Well, I must say quite easy. Some of them is quite easy because they literally give it away. But some of it's kind of predictable. You say, I know who did it. You always got to ask yourself, not who benefit the most. Who's the first to last person they show? It's always the first one. It's always the first person you think. It's called, they always show you the red herring. And then the real one who really did it is after that one. So don't ever pick the first one you see that sounds suspicious because it isn't usually not him. It's usually the second. And if it's not the second, it's usually the first. So technically speaking, they like flipping it, switching it up a little bit. But you get to rather really think about things in that show really before you could probably figure it out before Conan does who did it. Because one, ask yourself, who's the pettiest person in the room? And you'll probably figure out who killed them. Most of the time, it's for a stupid reason. It's not that top. it's for a reason. They could have just threw it under the rug. I just couldn't forgive him. I had to kill him. Gotta get my revenge for something stupid that happened 20 years ago. You did kill him right there. Why wait 20 years later to do it? But anyway, I'm getting off topic. That was Khumba's my Khumba review. And hit the like button and that subscribe button. And tell me what you, if y'all seen the movie, have you not seen the movie? Will y'all see the movie? I mean, not real. When you go on YouTube and watch it for free, because that's technically it's free on YouTube. So if you want to go see this movie, it's on free on YouTube for free. Great.